Hi, I'm Carrie Kingdom. Let's talk about how to make a character feel three-dimensional. What's a way you can make a character not feel one-note, not feel cardboard, not feel like a stock character, make them feel like they have a purpose in your story? Now notice I said character. I didn't say tabletop role-playing game character. I didn't say character in a screenplay or a novel. I didn't say LARP character. I didn't say character in an epic poem. This is an exercise you can do across any medium where you are telling stories, whether just by yourself or collaboratively, anything where you're making a character and you want them to not feel boring. You don't need to do this, but it's a really great tool if you're struggling with a character who just feels flat. So what I'm about to tell you is not from me. I didn't make it up. I can't take credit for it. I was in a game of World of Darkness, which is a tabletop role-playing game. It was run by my friend Alexandra, who is the best storyteller I've ever sat down at a table with. Multiple storylines, all set in the same world, across probably over a decade. Eventually she started saying, along with the normal character creation of the game, I want you to give me 3 things about your character. Ultimately, they boil down to 3 opinions our characters had. And I've used this sense anytime I'm creating a character. These 3 things are, as I've named them, a quest, a dread, and a precious. A quest is something your character would do anything to accomplish. To become the vampire prince of Chicago, to find their lost love, to find the Holy Grail, to be the greatest salesman in Utica, New York. Whatever, as long as it's something your character feels they need to accomplish. And if you're doing it in a collaborative role-playing space, don't use something passive like wants to be left alone. That won't help you get into the story further. Second is a dread. What is something your character would do anything to avoid? A phobia, an event they don't want to come to pass. The evil wizard becomes king. The hidden base is discovered. The family finds out the dark truth of their past. Evil god in the tomb beneath the mountain reawakens. The bakery goes out of business. He never finds his special someone and he dies alone. Spiders. Just scared of spiders. Third is a precious, something your character would do anything to protect. A memento of a lost loved one. A baby. Their dignity. The title. The last seed of a magical tree. Mr. President. Whatever, as long as your character really cares about all 3 things. Now, in order to keep them from being a one-note character, make sure they're 3 different things. They can be a little related, but that shouldn't be, she wants to become queen. She dreads not becoming queen. Her precious is her role in the line of succession. You just create a one-note character at that point. The point is that it gives them 3 different things that you, if you're an author, can use to pull them into the story, to make them really care about what's happening. Or if this is a role-playing game, this gives your DM a tool to bring your character into the story in a way that your character cares about. Quick side note, don't feel bad if your storyteller or your DM is threatening these things that your character cares about. That's how they're bringing them into the story. Let's say you have a character whose quest is to find ancient artifacts and relics and make sure they go into museums. Let's say their precious is a love interest that they've just rediscovered. And let's say their dread is snakes. They need to wind up in a pit of snakes trying to protect their love interest while somebody steals the Ark of the Covenant. Original idea I just had, do not steal it. So if you're running a role-playing game, you can ask these of your players to help bring them in if you have somebody who doesn't seem involved in a story arc or in the game at all. Though I would caution storytellers, be careful when you repeatedly threaten those things. If the character has succeeded in the past in protecting this thing and now it's threatened again, or this time they fail, it can take away the fun of those past victories, so be cautious. Anyway, I hope that was helpful. My name's Carrie Kingdom. No, that's not a made-up LARP name. My name's Carrie Kingdom. I'm a writer for LARP, for role-playing games, a little bit of TV. If this was helpful to you, feel free to like, subscribe, comment, etc. below. This is my first video. I hope it was helpful. If people find it useful, I would love to make more.